and welcome to the Formula 4 Esports Danish Championship Round 2 taking place at Suzuka Racing Course, just as we open up the 10-minute qualifying session. And then on the first qualifying lap, I decided to go for a bit of drifting, because why not? So now my tires are cooked for these next few laps and this lap doesn't count. And now on to lap 2 of this qualifying session and my second attempt on this hot lap. We make sure to use all of the track on the entry and then really making sure to open this corner up, because through all of these S's you really have to prepare the next few corners because they all connect to each other. Then through the final chicane, making sure to use a good amount of curb and prepare a good exit, and really trying to keep it into the right to shorten the track a bit. And a 0.8 is actually quite a good lap, I would say. And onto the third attempt we go. Probably the last attempt, because this is only a 10-minute qualifying session and a lap is just above 2 minutes. So we can get 5 laps because we also have an out lap to complete. Again, it's just all about preparing the car for the next corner through these corners because they all link together. Again, trying to take a good amount of curb but not too much, and trying my best to shorten the track through this final corner, and we managed to set a 0.6, which is actually a P3 and 1 point in the championship.
The green flag is raring to go and ready to go. And we've got 5 lights on ahead of the drivers. It's lights out and away we
go. And down this long straight before T1, I can actually get towed quite a bit by these two. I'm not trying to put my nose into this fight into turn 1, because I know for a fact that you don't win a 20-minute long race into turn 1. Like, I just want to keep it safe, play the waiting game, waiting for these two to make a mistake, or maybe they will even crash at one point. Like, you can tell this blue and green car, he wants that position, so maybe they'll collide at one point. You can see the rear end on that red car getting a bit loose. We don't want to do that on these first laps. Just trying to manage the tires, playing the long and waiting game. If me and this leading group work together, don't fight too much, we could probably tow each other away from the rest of the group. But this is still the first lap, so the rear end is a bit loose and the tires are a bit cold. But this is definitely not ideal for warming up the tires. These first few laps I'm just managing the tires and staying in the slipstream of these two, so let's just skip a couple laps ahead to some more action. But that white car behind me has actually catched the leading group and is now trying to put some pressure on us. All of because drivers is actually racing quite close to each other, so you can really feel the dirty air through these curves. And now that I've got some pressure from behind, I actually need to push a bit, which is not ideal for oil temps and stuff like that, because in the dirty air, the oil temps, they just increase a whole lot. But the rear end is still quite loose, so we actually lost the position right here because of this other guy just managed to put his power down better than me. But then down this back straight we get quite a tow, and we are just on his bumper and putting some pressure on him. And again we can get a very good tow down this long straight. But I was just too far back to go for a move right here. I'm just staying in the slipstream of this guy, so let's just skip to the last bit of this guy. Again, we get a really good tow down this long straight. But I'm too far back to advance from that. We actually quite close to him this time, and you could actually see my teammate behind me is actually caught up to me. But we get a really big tow down this straight. So I decided to go up the inside of this guy. He leaves me enough room, but I just took too narrow of a line and spun around. Into the gravel we go and down to P8. Now I had to manage my tires a bit, so let's just skip ahead to later on this lap. Some smoke ahead and someone has actually gone off track. I was so focused on that guy and my track usage was... And we got a exit, but we still get a huge tow down this long straight. And look how powerful this slipstream is. I'm really gaining on this guy. We are really putting some pressure on him right now. He is giving us the room to go for a move, but I'm just not going to go for it. Because when we gained so much on him on that straight, he probably has some kind of damage. So maybe later on we can get an easy move on him if he has some damage. And again, just look how much I'm gaining on him. And again, all I do is prepare and prepare and prepare for the next few corners. But let's just speed it up for a bit more action. Again, I definitely gain on him when it goes straight, but he just cut me off right there. Then I will just prepare this next one, really open this corner up. He completely misses the apex. My track usage really improved this time around, and you can tell that the exit improved as well. And now we have a huge gain on him down this long straight. And the tow is incredible down this straight. So it's just an easy pass. And just like that, P7. And now one of my teammates is actually in front of me, and I have actually gained a lot on him as well. I just need to focus on the driving right now, because the guy I overtook is still just on my bumper. And here you can really see how close he is. Oh yeah, he for sure has some damage on his front ring. It's all bent up. But now that he has some damage, I should be able to carry a bit more speed than him throughout these corners. But this guy knows what he's doing, because it seems like I can't really pull away from him, even though he has this damage. But this just keeps on going, so let's just skip a bit. But this guy just keeps hunting me down. He is still right on my bumper. And as we've seen so far in this race, he's going to get a big toe down this long straight now. But I'm actually gaining on one of my teammates, and I'm actually getting some kind of a slipstream right here. But this race is coming to an end, and I think if I just keep it clean and making no mistakes, I should be able to keep this guy behind, because he has this damage. But I just can't pull away from this guy. And I actually got a bit too wide right here, because you could tell that my car was jumping all over that curb. But I'm pushing like hell, because I know this guy wants to pass me. And now I really gotta open this corner up, because he is right on the bumper, and we know that he is going to get a big toe down this straight. I'm really starting to gain on my teammate, and he's actually starting to slow me down a bit. And I was actually really close to hitting him right here. But I'm quite close to my teammate right here, and I know that I'm going to get a big toe right now as we go on to the final lap. And the team order says that I go up the inside and get the position, because he's actually holding me down a bit. So now we are in the lead, and let's see if we can keep the other guys behind. Now that I have no 30, these corners feel so much better. And now my teammate went really wide right there. But it's always nice to have your teammate behind you, because then you can work together, talk together what to do. There isn't really that much pressure on me, but I still need to open up this corner and get a good exit, because otherwise he's going to pass me, because as we've seen in this race, there is such a big toe down this straight. He is for sure getting quite close, but I think I'll be able to keep him behind. He is getting very close. He could go for a move, but he decides not to. Then it's all about keeping it safe. Don't do anything stupid. Then I think the position is secured. And over this finish line we go. A solid P6 and 15 championship points. Stay tuned so you don't miss out on the feature race. Thank you for watching.